A chilling wind has swept through Denmark, not just from the spring frost still lingering across the northern skies, but from within the very walls of the royal palace. The Danish people, along with the rest of the world, awoke to deeply unsettling news. Queen Margrethe II, Denmark's former monarch and beloved matriarch, has been admitted to hospital. The reason? A cold. On the surface, seemingly innocuous. But as every royal historian and loyal subject knows, nothing is ever truly simple when it concerns the monarchy. The announcement, brief but loaded with implications, came from the Danish royal household on Thursday morning. In it, the palace confirmed that Her Majesty, now 85 years old, had sought medical care due to the symptoms of a cold. No elaborate statements, no live press conference, just a simple message that spread like wildfire across newsrooms, social media platforms, and households both within Denmark and abroad. But what does it really mean when a former monarch is hospitalized, especially one who recently stepped down from a throne she had held with grace, strength, and stoic determination for over 5 decades? To understand the gravity of this moment, we must rewind. Queen Margrethe II became a pillar of Danish identity, an embodiment of regal dedication and the quiet strength for which Scandinavia's monarchies are known. She ruled not as a political figure, but as a cultural guardian, nurturing Denmark's traditions, championing the arts, and carrying forward a royal dignity that became increasingly rare in a modern world. Her abdication in January 2024 shocked many. After 52 years of service, Margrethe stepped down, citing personal reasons and her advancing age. She passed the crown to her son, Frederik X, ushering in a new royal era while quietly retreating to a more private life. But Queen Margrethe's departure from the throne did not mean a departure from the public consciousness. If anything, her stature grew even more revered. The Danish people continued to see her as the grandmother of the nation, a steady hand behind the scenes even in retirement. That's why news of her hospitalization has hit with such force. The palace's official statement read, "Her Majesty Queen Margrethe has been admitted to the hospital for treatment due to a cold. Her condition is being monitored by medical professionals, and she is receiving the necessary care." That was all. No mention of complications. No indication of how long she would remain under observation. Yet, the brevity of the statement left more questions than answers. Royal watchers immediately noted the deliberate phrasing, reminiscent of earlier times when the monarchy, bound by duty and discretion, chose calm over candor. Was this a minor health scare for an elderly former monarch? Or was it a signal of something more serious? Given her age and recent medical history, she underwent back surgery in early 2023, it's impossible not to consider the larger implications. As news broke across morning headlines, Danes took to social media and news forums, expressing shock, worry, and heartfelt wishes for their former queen. "It's like hearing your own grandmother has fallen ill," said one Copenhagen resident in an interview with Dr. News. "She means everything to this country. We grew up with her as our queen. We still see her as our queen." Others raised concerns about the transparency of the palace. "Why such a short statement? We deserve to know more," posted another royal follower on Twitter, under the hashtag Pray for Margrethe. Indeed, the uncertainty is fueling speculation, and the royal household has remained silent since the announcement. Across Europe, monarchies have evolved in how they communicate health issues. From the British royal family's cautious revelations about King Charles's cancer diagnosis to the Spanish crown's silence surrounding Queen Sophia's recent ailments, royal institutions are increasingly aware of how fragile their public image is. Denmark is no different. In fact, Queen Margrethe was long regarded for her deliberate, carefully crafted public statements, rarely revealing too much, always maintaining dignity and privacy. Yet in moments like these, even the smallest update, or lack thereof, can signal seismic shifts in perception. Sources close to the royal family have remained tight-lipped, but royal correspondents in Denmark have hinted at increasing concern among palace aides. One insider from Bild Bladet, Denmark's leading royal publication, commented under anonymity, "We know that Queen Margrethe has struggled with her health over the past 2 years. Her back surgery took a toll, and while she has maintained appearances, retirement was not just about age. It was about preserving what strength remained. So, what if this cold isn't just a cold? For an 85-year-old with a history of surgery and fragile mobility, even minor illnesses can spiral into significant complications, especially respiratory ones. Medical professionals confirm that colds in the elderly can quickly evolve into bronchitis or pneumonia if not monitored closely. This is why her hospitalization, though described as precautionary, cannot be taken lightly. As Queen Margrethe rests under medical supervision, the current monarch, King Frederik X, has remained silent, at least publicly. But his schedule has been notably clear since the announcement. Queen Mary, meanwhile, was seen cancelling her public appearance at a youth charity event in Copenhagen shortly after the news broke. The royal couple has been highly active in reshaping Denmark's image on the world stage since Frederik's ascension. However, insiders suggest that the Queen's illness may bring the family closer behind the scenes, something Denmark hasn't witnessed publicly since Queen Ingrid's final years. From members of the Danish parliament to leaders across Europe, tributes and well wishes have started to pour in. Prime Minister Mette Frederiksen issued a brief but heartfelt statement. "Our thoughts are with Her Majesty Queen Margrethe. Her dedication to Denmark is unparalleled, and we wish her a swift recovery." King Carl XVI Gustaf of Sweden and Queen Sonja of Norway have reportedly reached out to the Danish royal family privately. Queen Margrethe, known for her close bonds with European monarchs, continues to hold diplomatic and familial ties across borders, even in retirement. In Denmark, Queen Margrethe is more than a monarch. She is a national artist, a designer, a translator, a scholar. Even after abdicating the throne, she remained a driving force behind the scenes in cultural institutions. Her recent work on costume design for the Royal Danish Ballet, completed mere months ago, showcased her continued passion and mental vigor. Could this hospitalization mark a moment of transition not just physically, but culturally? If Margrethe's health prevents further contributions to Denmark's artistic life, the void left behind will be immense. Should her health deteriorate, Queen Margrethe's legacy will undergo renewed scrutiny, already revered, but now elevated by the fragility of time. Documentarians, historians, and journalists are likely to revisit her reign, highlighting her resilience during political shifts, economic crises, and personal trials. But what truly cements her legacy is the love of the people, something evident in the wave of concern that has erupted across Denmark this week. As the world waits, there's a haunting quietude in the halls of Amalienborg Palace. The Danish flag flutters over Copenhagen, undisturbed. Yet beneath its calm surface lies a nation holding its breath. It is in these moments, when the ceremonial becomes personal, that monarchy reveals its greatest power, its ability to unite. Not through political edict, but through shared emotion, concern, reverence, hope. For Queen Margrethe II, who gave so much for so long, this cold may be just a minor ailment. But to the people she served with unwavering devotion, her health is far more than a personal matter, it is a reflection of Denmark's soul. We will continue monitoring the situation and bring you verified updates as they emerge from the palace. Until then, we join the world in sending our deepest hopes and well wishes for Queen Margrethe's swift recovery. May the light of strength, dignity, and service that she kindled for over 5 decades continue to shine, no matter what tomorrow brings. What does Queen Margrethe II mean to you, and how should Denmark honor her legacy if this health scare signals the beginning of a farewell chapter? Remember to subscribe, like, comment and share. Stay connected with us for more powerful stories, emotional insights, and royal updates from around the globe. Your support helps this channel grow and bring you the stories that matter.